everybody. This is Tanya from the headquarters membership team. This training is on the events page for the microsites. So I am going to let Jessica and Victoria take it from here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. I am going to be training you on the events today. And so we're going to go through a slide just to go through the agenda on what we're doing today. And then we go into how to set up events. So I'm going to just start now. I'm going to share my screen.
We can see it.
Okay, great. So on the agenda today, we're going to start with adding a new venue. And then after that, we do add a new event. Then we're going to do add events calendars and assign categories. Then we're going to define a feature image and then publish an event. So the first thing we're going to do by adding an event is going to through your chapter site to add an event. And when you add an event through the chapter site, it says here, all headquarters and chapter events will be scheduled through the national site. After the event is published, the chapter event page will sync with the headquarters site and override the calendar on both the national and chapter pages. So when we create an event, I'm going to go into the system. You go in and you log into your chapter site with your password. After you log in, after you log in with your password, so here for the training purposes, we're going to use Alabama. You go into onto the dashboard. And on the dashboard, you navigate to where it says events. When you go under events, you're going to see a menu here that says venues. So we're starting by adding a venue. So you click on venues. When you click on venues, you have like venues that are already established. So if you're creating a new venue, you're going to select where it says here, add a new venue. And here you're going to select the title of the venue and then enter a description of the venue. So for training, I'm going to enter a title. So for Alabama, let's say our venue is going to be at the Mobile Convention Center. And then under the description, you can enter maybe the location in the convention center where the venue is. So let's say it's going to be on the third floor. Floor suites 100. After you do that, you scroll down, you enter your address for the venue. So it's number 1, I think South Waters Ward. You enter a city, it's Mobile. You select in the country. So here you type in United States. The state is going to be Alabama. So you select Alabama. Then you enter the postal code. Let's say it's 36602. It's optional to enter your phone number website. You can leave this to blank if you want. And once you do that, you've entered your venue information here. All the other tabs here, you don't have to enter anything. So all these tabs, you leave them blank the way they are. And then when you come here at the side, we see where it says featured image or venue category. So on the venue category, this is where you're going to either specify whether the venue is going to be in person or it's going to be a virtual venue. So let's say it's a virtual venue, you just click virtual, or if it's an in-person, you say in-person because they're going to go into the third floor on Suite 100. actually do that, you can preview the event. So once you do a preview the venue, you're going to be able to see that this is where the venue is going to be, the Austin. Oh, right? Sorry. So first of all, before you preview the venue, you're going to publish the venue. So let me publish that. Okay, so once you publish, that's when you're going to do the preview. Then you see now it says Austin. Why is it keeping on saying Austin? It's defaulting to Austin. Oh, sorry, it's saying now mobile. So maybe it was like a minute behind updating. But then you see now it says mobile convention center. So it will update the venue for you. So that's all you do. You enter in the venue title, you enter the place where the venue is going to be, the address of the venue, and then you come here and you publish, then you preview. Once you preview, it will show on the site is where the venue is. Do you have any questions here? Or Tanya and Juan, do you want to add something?
I have a question. Are we still going to use Eventbrite to have people go and register?
Michelle, I had just sent you a message in chat. Because you are powered by, you will not have to, but all the other chapters will still have to use an external registration site.
To add more structure-wise answer precisely, event registration, all the chapters who is operating your own event, you still required to have your own registration system, whatever that you are using. Our event calendar and event module basically share your event information to HQ site, your chapter sites. So ours are more like an announcing board within the calendar view and where the events registration links are. So event registration itself to manage the event has to be done by your own platform that you prefer. Could be Eventbrite or any other things.
Okay, any more questions? Okay, so this is kind of pretty straightforward how to, create a venue. Once you create your venue, you're going to now go and add an event. So on the menu, you see where it says add an event right here on the dashboard. You just click add an event. When you come here on the add events, you go to your calendar that's showing all the events. To add a new one, you just click on add new. Okay, once you add new, now you can enter the title of your event. So let's say you're just gonna say Women Conference, Annual Conference. And then in here, under the paragraph, you can enter the information that you want about the conference. So you can enter a paragraph, or just describing what the Women Annual Conference is all about. At the same time, you can enter an image, insert an image to highlight your event. So, for example, you can click on add media, and then the add media, you can select an image that's going to represent, the event. So let's say it's a Women Annual Roadshow. So you can put now Roadshow. Once you click the image, you click here where it says insert into post. Okay. Yeah, here you can enter the information. I have text here that I've copied. I'm just gonna put some text. So let's say I put in the text for the stuff that I want. And also here you can put more details about the event, whether you want people to be dressed casually or it's a business attire. You can enter all that information there. So you can enter as much information as you can about the event. Juan and Tanya, do you want to add anything that they might add here?
I would suggest maybe here you can do the Eventbrite You can add the registration link here, but there's also a different section that we can show where you can add that URL.
Okay, right. So after you enter the information, you can now come here, you enter the event calendar. So on the event calendar, you just basically entering the dates that the event is going to take place. So you can say it's going to take place in April, from the 1st of April to the 5th of April. And if it's an all-day event, you just select here, it says all day. But if it's specific time, you can say maybe from 8 a.m. to 12. And like I said, if it's an all day from 8 to 5, you just select all day. And then the time will be removed. The other thing you need to know is you need to enter the time zones here. So under time zones, we have a table in your user guide, and I'm going to show you. So under the time, you can enter if it's Eastern. If it's Eastern time, you select New York. If it's Central, you select Chicago. If you're Mountain, you select Denver. Pacific, it's Los Angeles. So you have that table in your user guide. The recurring events is not required, so I don't enter recurring here. You can now then select location, the location of your event. So since we have that one that we created our venue for, you can click here to select the mobile convention center that's the venue that we already created. So now we're linking that venue to this event. Okay. And then organizers, under organizers, this we don't do anything under organizer, we leave it blank. And then on the event website, this is where Jessica, you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, this is where we would suggest to add the Eventbrite registration also. That's just a suggestion, but of course you can also add it to the description of the event.
Okay. All right, and then under additional information, you can still specify whether it's a virtual or in-person event. And when it comes to the event cost, we're not putting anything here on event cost, so we just leave it blank. Then we come on the right side of the screen. On the right side of the screen, the tags, we don't do anything under tags. And then when we come to event categories, under event category, this is mandatory because we have to select our chapter for this event. The reason why, so it can link this on the national site to your chapter calendar. So you click on Alabama. So this is the event category. Okay. Event option, we're gonna leave this. We don't do anything under here. We don't do anything under series, and we don't do anything under event status. But when it comes to the featured image, we're going to make sure that we select the same image that we selected in here under the paragraph. So we select our featured image. Where is not there? Okay. All right, so once we select that, basically that's all we do under here. We now have to decide what we want to do, either publish the event or save the event as a draft, preview the event. So since this is like on the site, we're going to just preview here. We're not going to publish the event. So if I click on preview, so it's going to show the event. So this is from the 1st of April to the 5th. It's a women annual conference. And it's the novel ritual for women and the description of the event. And then it's going to show the venue, the mobile convention center. Okay, do you have any questions here?
I have a question about the image in the body of the copy there. I tried to place an
this-
image that was not a square and it was getting cut off. Do they have to be square, perfect square images to go in the body there? I had like a banner. It was like a rectangular image and it got cut off on both sides.
Kat, did you try to use that image under feature image or in the body of that event?
In the body.
Okay, let me test it. It's actually the other way. In the feature image, normally get cut off. So that's why I'm working with Jessica's team again, that we will give some kinds of certain width and height limit.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is too big, it get cuts off. But
Okay.
for the body image, it shouldn't. So
Mm-hmm.
let me try on one of the long like
Okay.
banner style one. I'll try it. I'll let you know.
Great. Thanks,
But it's
Mark.
supposed to work. Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you.
The reason that we are using the feature image, that feature image gonna show on the calendar. So if you go our HQ calendar, when you're hovering over the event, that feature image is gonna show with like a summary of the description of the event. Let me try to show you if possible. Victoria, can you visit one of our can you just open another tab and go to the novel.org, our main site.
Okay, I will.
So one thing that I want to let everybody know, you are actually entering the event in our HQ calendar. We are opening our HQ calendar to all chapters. Rather than we managing all separate calendar books, I decide this would be the most efficient way, that we're housing everybody's event in one calendar and one database. And based on, tight management of our HQ calendar, we can reversely feeding your chapter calendar, which should be same. So management wise, it's better. It's much more simpler, and all other events just mixed together. Go to the back, go to the previous page.
Oh, to the
The
previous
homepage,
page.
yeah, homepage from our novel website, the regular one. Don't go to the back
Okay.
end, the front end. I want to
So
show
you want to go right here?
Yeah. You can click the widget site. That should work.
Okay.
Then go to the events and news. On the second menu top, go to the right. No,
This
below
one?
there. No, on the green column, the second section, right above all the menus are. So you go to no, not the black menu. Go down. Yep,
This
go
one,
all the
right?
way to the cross to the third item to the right, event and news. Yep, and click the event, click the all events. I want to show all chapter readers understand whatever they are adding on. Yeah, click that one. Whatever you are adding, we are housing in our HQ calendar. Your input goes to our calendar, which is all down there. So can you hover over the first one, 29th, the novel in power hour? That's the feature image, how it shows. So that's why I need to suggest you a certain size limit, because if it is too big, it just gets cut off and just showing some cropped image in somewhere that we don't have any control over it. So I'll definitely add the like absolute best fit size of it. However, when you the reason that we want to have still giving you the capability of adding images on your event page is, sometimes you have some marketing based images that you want to show about the event. That's why you can put whatever image content you want to put it into the content box. But for the feature image, that's gonna be the small thumbnail image gonna show on the calendar. And when we go to the all event as a list, can you click the list on the yes. So this is the calendar view, and the other one is strictly the list view. List view and calendar view show that small thumbnail image as a like event image. So that's why we still need to maintain good size of the feature image that shows. I think when we have all chapters participating and adding all those images, it will be very meaningful display that shows each image has each event symbols or logos or brandings and things like that. So again, as Kat says, you can add whatever image. I'll make sure that the banner size works in the content box, but feature image will be showing on this screen and the calendar screen, which we will tightly manage about the sizing issues.
And you said, Juan, you'll provide the dimensions for those
Yes,
feature
the exact
images?
pixel size will do that.
Thank you.
So whatever you are feeding in by following today's instruction, you are actually adding your chapter event to our national site calendar, which means we are welcome to getting your input, and we are really appreciating your inputs, and we can share with the open public, which is good. But at the same time, just be cautious that whatever mistakes you makes, all entire novel makes it together. So that's the only part that I want to just emphasize. You know, we are trying to making the best way that we can share all our events across the nation within our organization. But at the same time, because of that full features that we want to provide, we just want to be really careful when we're editing the event. And again, you can add the event, you can edit your event, you can delete your event, but you cannot add others. That's another thing that the system restriction is there. Any questions?
I have another question, yeah.
Okay.
What's the benefit of adding the venue before creating the event?
Because without the venue, you cannot complete the editing event. That's one of the requirements. That's why Jessica's team put that one as a first step. So if it is a virtual, I'll say, if it is a virtual meeting, you still need to add venue as like a virtual Zoom room or virtual Alabama Zoom room, virtual Chicago Zoom room, something like that.
It's just the way that the software is designed.
And also another one is there is another way that people can search by venue. So what was the communication center that we just made? That venue is actually clickable. When someone click that venue, it also reversely show what events are on there.
We used to be able to create the event and create the venue in there. Is that no longer an option then?
You can make it. It is there. You're having a hard time to adding it? Did you have any issue to add?
No, we haven't had issues, but we've been able to just add the venue when we create the event rather than making the venue before the event. Is that not going to be an option anymore?
Process wise, we thought about it as a new user. Maybe this is better way to because the screen switches. Sometimes by when you're doing the instructions, oh, you need to create the venue. I forgot to add the menu. And the new tab opens and you lost the traction. That's why we just made the steps a little differently. So after you're creating the venue, you are not gonna stop while you're creating the event. So we just kind of make it like a prerequisite process rather than you're trying to make it and jumping onto the other screen. Some people are not really intuitive between switching tabs. And also it's so similar within the venue screen and the event screen. First time when I was trying to use it, I get confused about that. So as an instruction and guide, we really want to go very clear paths about adding venue first, then you can add your event and close it and one flow step rather than breaking down, oh, I forgot to add the venue. We need to jump on to the adding venue first. So it's just a sequence difference, nothing really changes. Laura.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
I have a question. This is Titania. I have to jump off. I have another meeting, but I wanted to ask this question. I know that in the chat, Tanya, you said that Power BI is a little bit different, and we're going to get training to show us how to do that.
Yes, Jessica and I are texting about that right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you all.
Okay, bye-bye.
So Victoria, are you gonna also show the chapters calendar? Is it part of your step? I just didn't I just don't want to stop if you have more things to show. So
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. No, it's that wasn't part of this training. It was just showing how to add the event.
okay.
Since this is part of the chapters calendar. Are you referencing a different section? Or?
Oh no, same thing.
Oh, okay.
Do we
Okay,
have
yeah.
additional steps gonna show them, or is it?
Oh, okay. That's right. We did not add it to this one. Did you want to go ahead and share your screen to show that?
Sure. I think Victoria can do that since her screen is already open. We can open just one of the Alabama chapter or Chicago chapter since Chicago is here anyway. go to the URL. You may want to, you don't need to log out for that one. That's okay. Just go to one of the HQ calendar tab
Okay.
on the top, the fourth one. Okay, just type, let's go to the Chicago in the as an example, nabo.org/Chicago.
Okay. 1 second. Please not cooperating. So Nabo. My
So
screen's
after
on.
you, yeah, just /Chicago. So after you adding all those events in the HQ calendar,
Okay.
our chapter site calendar sections will retrieve the data from the HQ calendar whenever someone click calendar. So click on new send event.
Okay.
Top.
Okay.
And click events. So this page, this calendar page, right now you see a little spinning. Within that seconds of spinning, what it does, it connects to our HQ calendar, downloading all the events and resort it out and display in here in 3 different formats. First step is chapter event, which is Chicago's event. All event, I think Jen one time pointed out that we want to show anybody who is visiting even chapter site wants to present our diversity of all our novel events going on in the nation. So all event is pretty much same as our national calendar, what you see, with every event data in there. And national event, we still want to feature, out of all these events, what is the national one? So we have 3 different tabs. When you click the national, it only shows the national one. So depending on what user is trying to looking for, oh, I'm a Chicago member and I want to know our chapter event, the default view, which is the chapter event, is the one that's gonna show that. But you may also want to know what other events are going on. Entire novel is actually for the all event tab. And the national event is strictly just the national big events or even the virtual event that operates and managed by national. So this event calendar, you don't need to do anything as long as you adding events on our calendar. It will automatically populate and it automatically refresh whenever someone clicks this page. And even the deleting event, all the updates gonna be reflect within a second. So my question to Chicago, since I'm showing the Chicago, does this calendar work that what you are expecting in your chapter site? That was actually my question that I always want to ask to Chicago first about this, because I know you guys actually had most data that I can actually pulling out as a sample.
I think for right now, yeah, I haven't looked at it all that closely yet, but
Correct.
yeah, from what I've seen, it's been fine. We haven't had any problems with that.
Okay, that's good. And when someone click the actual event, it goes to our HQ site calendars, the event detail page that you actually add on. So go to the Chicago chapter event, Victoria. And can you click just one of their Chicago events? Yep. And after you click, it redirects to the page that you add as an event like that. So, our old site didn't really have a good event calendar that we use. This is the first step that we are making. And I think we are covering most of things as a feature set wise, that easy switching between the national one and also our national site housing all the chapters event. And yeah, it was very nicely done tutorial that Jessica's team made today, but in the back end, a lot of programming was done to make it up to here. So I hope it feeds all the things what chapters always wish and wanted it. And again, let me know if you have any other suggestion. As far as right now, this was the best arrangement that we could utilize, housing everybody into the one calendar. And also we are providing all the data to each chapter site and even customized for the chapter portion of the event, national event, and the entire novel events.
Yeah, right now we're trying to build out one of our annual events, which is a much bigger, robust event than this one that we're seeing right here. So we might have some questions on that, as
Sure.
typically in the past, we've had a full page that's dedicated to it, and it has tabs on the page, and we have sessions and speakers and awards and like all those kinds of things. So trying to figure out how to make that one is kind of what we've started right now. So we might have questions on that, but
Sure.
so far I don't think we've had any other questions on.
Okay. So I'll wait for that and try to prepare what I can do within the current system. Good to hear that at least so far you don't have any major issues and you're looking, you know, full capability of what the new site actually provides for those event specific issues right now. Okay, Tanya, anything you want to add on? I think I'm good with all the event and demo today, and the tutorial video should cover everything.
I'm good.
All right,
Back
thank
to
you
Jessica
guys.
and Victoria.
No problem. Thank you guys. If you don't have any questions, we can end today, and we'll see you in the next class, in the next session.
I do have one super quick question. One,
Okay.
when people go to the website, if they're not a member, they can still see the events calendar, yes?
Yeah, this one is not member restricted. They can see all the events. It's a public.
Perfect. Okay, I think that does it. Thank you everybody so much for joining us today, and I hope everybody has a super great day. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.